Hi guys, this is Bule Rumah Tangga. Hari ini saya merasa bentar lagi mau hari Natal, terus saya udah kangen sama makanan khas Jerman. Terus saya mau masak bebek bakar sama knödel. Itu dibikin dari roti. Knödel roti dengan rotkohl. Itu makanan khas Jerman kalau ada hari Natal. Nah, kita mulai dengan bebek. Ini bebeknya agak kecil, cuma 1 kilo. Astaga. Kasihan dia. Oke, bebek ini agak mati, kecil juga, kasihan dia. Nah, ternyata bebek ini belum dipotong, masih ada kaki, ada kepala, dan mohon maaf, saya nggak suka keras-keras sama hewan, tapi ini ya udah mati. Maksudnya udah, kita potong kepala dulu. Waduh, kasar banget. Okay, I think this will not violate Google policies. It was already dead. Okay, terus kakinya. Aduh. Tuh dia. Wah. Okay, that was the hard part. Terus kita mulai bikin bumbu buat membumbuin bebeknya sebelumnya dibakar. Kita pakai bawang putih, mungkin 2 clove, 2 ekor, 2 ini aja. Kita pakai bumbunya, bikin bumbu sendiri. Ini dry sage leaves. Not sure what that is in bahasa Indonesia. We'll take a good teaspoonful as a base and some coriander powder. Ketumbar halus, cuman setengah sendok makan. Kemudian itu setengah sendok makan kumin powder, jinten halus. Dan paprika bubuk, bell pepper powder. This is the sweet one. Jangan pelit-pelit sama itu, bisa sampai 1 sendok makanan. Garam dikit. Saya nggak suka pakai terlalu banyak garam karena nanti asin. Cuman mungkin 1 sendok teh. Nah, itu dicampur. Udah, ini bumbunya. Buat pasangin bumbunya, kita pakai zaitun oli, olive oil. Kita pindah bebeknya ke mangkok. So we move the duck into this form to keep things a bit more clean and not make it too messy. Terus kita pakai zaitun oli. We spread everything with olive oil so we can attach the bumbu. This is a very small duck. Somehow I thought this would be bigger, but it'll do for 2 people. when it's all oily, we apply apply our seasoning, our bumbu. Just rub it everywhere. This is a Peking duck, so it's very, very fatty. The skin is very fatty, which is good so it will not burn in the oven later. I just realized I forgot to cut out the glands, the fat glands at the back. I have to cut those out, otherwise it'll be super bitter. So these are at the back of the duck. Somewhere here, should have cut that out before, forgot. I'll cut them out now. We stick the garlic underneath the skin so the flavor can disperse all over the duck. We make a little incision somewhere on the top of the duck to place the garlic cloves. Now we have to sit it up on a little throne. Dia harus duduk di atas airnya. Kalau enggak nanti direbus, kita mau bakar, jangan rebus. Maksudnya yang dibutuhkan, we need a little elevation, a little throne. So I'm using this to put the duck upon. Dan pertama-tama kita mau memastikan yang dada di bawah biar enggak terlalu kering. So we sit it on top of its little throne. And the breast facing down for the first hour or so. All right. While the duck is sitting in the oven, we start preparing the German bread dumplings, aka Knödel. So for ingredients, we use 1 pack of sari roti, yang tawar tanpa rasanya itu yang paling bagus. A cup of milk. This has to be hot. I'll explain more later on. 2 eggs, 1 onion, 3 tablespoons of parsley. And a bit of salt, bit of black pepper, nutmeg if you like it. And well, the German recipe contains bacon. Now, kalau kalian orang Muslim yang baik dan benar, jangan pakai ini, haram. But in Germany, they usually use pork bacon. So I just wanted to show you this, don't use it, you know. I might use it. Just take some beef bacon or little cubes of ayam. It doesn't really matter. Beef bacon is fine. Let's start. While the bacon is in the pan and the duck in the oven, we can start cutting the onions. They have to be cut very, very fine. We put around 1 teaspoon of black pepper into the 3 tablespoons of parsley. And a pinch of salt. Not too much because the bacon might contain some salt already. We cut the bread into little cubes and throw it into a large bowl. Now we've taken out all the bacon and we can throw the onions into the same pan and just glaze them a little bit. Don't get them brown. Jangan sampai gosong-gosong, cuman dikit aja, ditumis. And now we can cut the bacon into little pieces. Panas. Now we enter the hot milk and the eggs and the parsley and the bacon. So now we start kneading everything in here. Just mess it up with your hands, maybe just one hand, and let's see how that goes. The idea is to break up all the little bits and pieces and make one homogeneous kind of dough. While we are doing this, we should also boil some water. Selama kita menyiapkan ini, harus rebus airnya sampai hampir boiling. Don't let it boil, that's too hot. Around 70-75 degrees Celsius is perfect temperature. This amount should be enough for around 6 to 7 knödel. This size a little bit smaller than a tennis ball. So when the water is almost boiling, we can start forming little almost tennis ball sized knödel. Press them a little bit so they will keep their shape while boiling. This looks pretty good. And we put them here. This looks ready to go. Now we just wait until the water is simmering around 75-80 degrees Celsius. Still takes a while. In the meantime, we want to prepare the third component of this dish, which is red cabbage, kol merah mungkin. So this is red cabbage from Germany. Bought this in Grand Lucky and it's very good quality. We can improve the taste by adding small pieces of apple and onions. We'll cut that now. So we add now the red cabbage and half an apple and half an onion cut into small little cubes into a little pot. We add the red cabbage and the onion and the apple into a little pot and just heat it up. Alright, let's prepare some mushrooms for the sauce, because there will be a lot of fat coming out of that duck and we can make a very nice and fatty sauce with that. Oh yeah, I'm not washing the mushrooms because they get all soggy. Like, people always tell me, oh, you don't wash your mushrooms, but it's like, it doesn't really improve things. I mean, whatever is on there is kind of still sticking onto them and they're soggy. So it's like, I'd rather not wash them. However, that one here looks a bit dirty. Yep. So might want to peel this instead of washing it. All right. And we throw that in the pan. Timing is a bit crucial. Ideally, you have the duck and the knödel and the red cabbage all done around the same time. Guess we're a bit lucky today because it kind of looks good. I guess another 20 minutes on each of those and it'll be all good. It's been 20 minutes, so I think the knödel are good. Let's check it out. Looking good, but the real test is if they fall apart or not. So we use something like this to get them out. Ooh, all right. Yeah, they look good. It's important to not overcook them, otherwise they will just fall apart. Beautiful. I already switched off the red cabbage and the mushrooms, and now the only thing left is the duck. Tinggalnya bebek di oven ya. Kita mau cek kalau udah siap enggak. This is a very small duck. I think it's like a baby duck or something. And we need this as a base for the sauce. We use this sauce and throw it into the pan with the mushrooms. Get all the good stuff. All this burnt duck fat. Okay, this will not be a lot of sauce. Guess it was just a very small duck. Time to cut the duck. Oh yeah, looking good. All right. And get out the red cabbage. In order to make this sauce, we use a little bit of cold water with maizena to make this sauce a bit more creamy. Around 1 cup of cold water and 1 tablespoon of maizena. German bread dumpling with duck ala hari Natal. Selamat makan.